Okay, guys. Good evening and welcome to today's edition of this webinar. So I'm going to try and add Benga Onifade, who is my guest today, so that we would get started. Okay. Send request to Benga. Okay, my guest is around. Okay.
Yo.
Yeah, good evening.
Nathan, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah,
Oopsie.
I'm good.
The chef come investor Nathan.
Yes.
The major lord. Anyway.
Right now, there's no major on ground. There's no
How's it
major on
going?
ground. Yeah, I'm good. How was today?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. Not bad. Yeah, I was tracking you all along, so I know you called me, but no,
Yeah.
I'm never here to disappoint. We have a deal.
Yeah. The reason why I haven't called you is because since you are there, over there in UK, so it will not be like maybe there's time difference, or maybe I would have to call. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we are here today, and so today we'll be discussing on cryptocurrencies and the blockchain technology, how we can leverage this asset, and what we really need to know. So yesterday was the first edition, or the first day of this today webinar, and yesterday I had three of my mentors with me. So we discussed on money, on finance, on investments, what we really need to know, everything we really need to know about money, strictly or most especially for young individuals, young Nigerians and Africans. So today we are going to talk more on cryptocurrencies, and I have with me, will I say, I'll call him brother skipper.
Denga Onifade BK.
Yeah, brother skipper. So briefly, let me just give you the floor to just introduce yourself. Some people know you, some don't know you, so that we'll have an idea of who we are discussing with. So just give us a brief intro.
Sure. My name, guys, hi. My name is Benga Onifade. Many people call me BK in the online world. Brothers Keeper, of course. And I have a group. I hate to say I'm the founder. I don't like that thing at all. Well, I have a group called the Wealth Hackers. You can find me online, thewealthhackers.com, or you can find me on Instagram, Wealth Hackers, or here on Instagram or Telegram. I'm literally everywhere, really. And so I'm an investor, of course. Been doing this for 16 years now, and I, have been in cryptocurrency since 2010. Initially, I think I was just doing it off the cuff, but I took it more serious. Well, I got my first crypto 2010. I got my first stock 2005. However, I got more serious about it 2015. And then I got my group, who I've got a mentoring group, as you know. We got into crypto earlier this year, heavily, a little bit as well. The minute I saw the stock market, I didn't know if it was going to be down or not. One thing I tell people is that you need to learn to trade more than one market. I have an idea of how the crypto runs. I'm not one of those people who say I'm a crypto guy or I'm a stock guy. No. You need to learn multiple markets. I've been in Forex 2006 as well. I wasn't great with Forex, but there you go. And if you have a job, you're a trader because you are trading your time. So I've traded everything. I used to have a job as well. So I have traded my time. I've traded, that's barter, giving my time for money. So I've traded by barter. I've traded the stock market. I traded crypto. And I've got a group that we all trade crypto and the stock market as a collective as well. So yes, and this is me, Benga Onifade, living the life.
Yeah, so thank you very much. So let's just get started with the discussion of today. So first of all, I would like you to give us an idea of what cryptocurrency is all about and why is it rampant now, because almost everybody, especially young person now, they're on crypto, they are buying this coin, they are buying that coin. just on a brief, like explaining to a 5-year-old that doesn't know anything, what is cryptocurrency and why is it here?
So I think the mistake people make is that they look at cryptocurrency, they overlook the blockchain. So blockchain is just a new form of technology, which is just what? It's just a database of information. That's all it is. And when people say cryptocurrency, many people don't understand. They just go and buy Bitcoin, And so when we're talking about crypto is secret, isn't it? If you look at your dad, if you wink or blink at your dad knows what it means. That might mean, Nathan, get that guy a glass of water. That might mean, Nathan, I've got a visitor, get out. That's crypto. That's a cryptic language between you two. Nobody else understands that language. Okay? And now, as a result of the blockchain, crypto is just been morphed. So it's a derivative of the blockchain, which just means a new type of money, and which is based on secrecy. Okay, it's secret. That's all. However, it cannot be hacked. It's easily transferable. There's no way it's going to get lost in the system. And it behaves differently from money, from the real fiat money currency that we deal with. So when we're talking about crypto, it's all created in such a way that I was telling somebody yesterday, if I had $20 in 2010, and if you can give me $20 right now, yes, they both have the same rectangular shape, but they're not the same. $20 will buy something 20 years ago, but right now it's going to buy a fraction. I've got a daughter who's 10 years old, and I remember I made a shopping list when she was born. I remember that day vividly. Every time I look into my journal now, there was a time I conducted an experiment when she was 7. I went to the shop with £20 to buy the exact same thing, and my bag was quite empty, exact same brand, and I'm thinking, so I was telling my daughter, who's now 10, I said, this is money, okay? But money is God's value, okay? The value reduces over time. So I can say, so if I owe you $10 10 years ago, if I give you $10 right now, I've cheated you because I've given you less. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, the value remains the same. We lock that value. And that's the essence of trying to say, we're trying to change the game of the way markets has been run. So that's another way. So it's very hard for a young person to understand, but someone who's a 5-year-old, but someone in the secondary school, it would make more sense. Just introduce some story to it.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So, like, recently I've also been doing some studies on cryptocurrency and blockchain, and basically what I would say is that, like, from what someone told me, which I also agreed with, that blockchain is more like, quote unquote, a new internet, something like that. So
yes,
cryptocurrency is resting on blockchain, just like the way on the internet you have Facebook operates on the internet,
yeah.
Amazon operates on the internet, and let's say Twitter operates on the internet. So the internet now is like blockchain is like the internet. So crypto is working on blockchain, but crypto is not the only thing that we use blockchain for.
That's
right?
correct.
So most people, they feel that crypto is equal to blockchain, blockchain is equal to crypto. But there's more to the blockchain technology than just crypto. So to begin with, you made mention of like the depreciating value of currency generally, not just naira, pounds, and everything, which brings the question of the fiat currency and cryptocurrency. What is the difference? And most people feel that, or they say that, okay, yes, cryptocurrency would help with inflation, that the dollar is devaluing and everything. So why does crypto help eliminate inflation in the fiat currency?
So
What is the main reason?
excuse me. You don't need to study economics, okay, to know a few things. You're still a very young man. I'm a very old man here. You see a woman and you're like, I see you online. You're like, hey, baby, come here. You buy here. You see every girl. But now let's look at a girl that all men are saying hello to. Yeah. Why? Because she's scarce. She's very scarce. So if this girl wants to have, if she says, okay, all you 10 men who are interested in me, raise your hand, and we all raise our hands. Okay. Now, whoever wants to marry me, and she brings a bride price list, or whatever they call it, a dowry, right? This dowry, I want 25 cows, 40 goats, this. gradually what's going to happen, a few of you will start reducing. But if there's another girl and she just says, I just want 25 bags of rice, what's going to happen? A lot of you is going to go there. Why? Because the first one, that one is very scarce, because all of you have been saying hello to her. She say, okay, now all of you want to marry me, come here. But the other girl, who said, I only need 10 bags of Gary to marry me. If you notice how many people are saying hello to her, there won't be many. Why? Because she's very readily available. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't know if my story gels very well. One very important thing about money is supposed to be scarce. The last time I was on TV, I don't think the presenter liked me when she said, oh, what do you think about the Nigerian government printing money? And I said, it's called quantitative easing, okay, QE. QE is normal in an economy, okay? Yes, money is supposed to be scarce, but QE is normal and it creates extra inflation. So money is supposed to be scarce, but you print more money. Now, let's go to cryptocurrency. When it comes to Bitcoin, we have how many? 21 million. That's fixed. And I think by 2114 or something like that, everything would have been mined, okay? Now, what creates that value? Bitcoin is scarce. It retains the value of money, and that's why that's why, many years ago it was about $4,000 or $400. It went to 5, it went to 20, it went to 61. It touched 61 this year in March. So now, what am I trying to say? So money is meant to be scarce. Bitcoin is scarce. It's proving that I am money. I will be scarce. Now, another thing I wanted to say, I just lost my train of thoughts there. When it comes to money, when the government is struggling, what do? They go to the printer, they print it out. Bitcoin, you cannot print. Okay, that's number one. Number two, based on the example I said earlier on, when it comes to money, remember I told you 10 years ago, what I can buy with $10 is not the same that I'm going to buy now with $10.
Yeah, I'm not talking too far. Even 2 months ago.
Speaking in Nigeria.
2 months in Nigeria now. Like now, pure water is already 20 naira in Nigeria. From 10 naira is already 20 now. So even just 2 months ago, things are already going up. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, however, people make that mistake thinking, people say Bitcoin is going up. No, Bitcoin doesn't go up. Bitcoin is fixed. Bitcoin doesn't go up. Doge is going to hit $1. No, Doge doesn't go up or down. It's fixed. What goes up is your interest, and that's what makes. So remember that I made that notion about that girl. If 10 of you are saying hello to her, by the time you say you want to marry Abby, she'll tell you to bring $1 million. If 100 of you are saying hello, because she's scarce, the girl is not going up. It's her value. Now, she says, yesterday was 10 men that say hello. Today is 500 men. In that case, all of you should bring $10 million. Whoever wants to win this race. Oh, the line. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so she's going to say bring 100 million. So the more the value goes up, the more the interest, the more the value goes up. The girl hasn't done anything different. She's been smiling the same way she smiles. Nothing more. And that's the thing about Bitcoin. Bitcoin hasn't changed anything. It's fixed. But
so it's not as if it's the demand of Bitcoin that is now increasing the passive value and everything.
Absolutely. It's the interest that's driving up the value. That's all. That's all. So, and that's different from dollars. We are $1. But hey, we know Nigerian politicians, they put dollar in borehole. When there's less dollars, what do government do? They print more. There you go. Very simple.
So thank you. So the first question I would ask you is that, so with the general principle of blockchain and cryptocurrency, it is believed that it is supposed to be decentralized in the sense that government cannot influence it. Like, it's not meant to be influenced by one single person, or it's not meant to be in control of one person. That it's more like money for the people. So the dollar and the fiat currency is money for the government, while crypto is money for the people. But now, an incident happened a few weeks ago, or let's say this year, it's in the beginning of this year. We've seen how Elon Musk has been having interest in cryptocurrency. Tesla invested in Bitcoin, was talking about Doge and everything. Now it is more like a reality that anytime Elon Musk coughs, everybody reacts. So now crypto is supposed to be decentralized, not to be in the power of anybody. But we've seen that there are some people that still like have control, in the sense that they can dictate the movement of it. Now, Elon Musk, he can tweet about a particular coin and that coin goes up. So how is it still decentralized when somebody can still influence the price and everything? What do you have to say about that?
So that's a good question. I think one thing we need to understand is that for a market to be centralized, okay, that somebody can influence the market. Of course, you're right. Another thing is, if something is meant to be decentralized, somebody can control the market. They can control the availability. Elon Musk cannot control how many Bitcoin will be mined. He cannot control people's choice, of course. He just says stuff, and he's a powerful person. We all know that, you know, one of the top 10 powerful men in the world right now is Elon Musk, and he's got the power with it. He's got the drive, he's got the people, he's got the following, the followership. So, is crypto still centralized? Absolutely, because he cannot tell what's going to happen to Bitcoin tomorrow. He hasn't got the power to restrict the ownership, but he's got the power to drive people's emotions. So what he's actually just doing, playing on people's emotions, that's all he's doing. And think about it, he's got benefits in there. The last earnings report, thank God you're in the market, you're a market man now. Tesla made $200 million, more than they made from cars, made more money in Bitcoin than they made from cars.
Funny enough, there was an analyst that even said that had it been Tesla did not invest in Bitcoin, they would have missed their earnings. So it was like the Bitcoin that gave them an edge over it. So basically what I'm saying is that Elon Musk is not actually influencing the market. It's just like, quote unquote, playing on people's emotions.
It's emotion.
So it's the people that are reacting to Elon Musk, not necessarily that he's the one doing anything.
Absolutely.
So it's just on the it's people that are now. So the quote unquote, so the blame of any drop is on the people, not on Elon Musk actually.
No, he hasn't got any blame at all. He said it was a hustle. People sold Dogecoin. Now he said he said he wants Doge to be a part of what Tesla wants to do. He hasn't said he's doing it. He's just talking about his plan, being open. Whether he does it or not, it's up to the people. That's number one. Number two, one thing he said, I mean, he was saying Doge to the moon. He invested in Bitcoin. You got to be stupid to think somebody's calling Doge invested in Bitcoin the first time. Now the second time, he says Bitcoin uses too much electricity. But we're using Doge. You got to be stupid. He hasn't changed the notes on his website to say we're not going. He said we're considering accepting Bitcoin. He hasn't said we're not going to stop. We're going to stop accepting Bitcoin. We'd rather start accepting Doge. But people start selling the Bitcoin for Doge. Okay, that's number two. Doge, you know, Doge has rallied what, more than 1,000% this year in the last 5 months. Okay, the creator Bill Marcos, he said, you know what? We just put this thing together for silly people in 2014, and it was created by just copying the code from Bitcoin, and they put a picture of a funny dog. They did not even think anything. They just put it there, and that's all they did. However, people are not taking it more serious, and when it comes to Elon Musk, he thought, why not? Let's play on the people's emotion. I mean, I was just talking on the last live I did. Elon Musk is what? He's 49. He's still got a life, okay? He's allowed to play on social media. He's not just going to be work. Even when he became the wealthiest man in the world for a few days, he said, oh, wealthiest? Oh, okay.
Back to work.
Thank you. Back to work. So he's allowed to have a life. He plays. He's playing. He's doing. You probably do not, you probably be surprised if Elon Musk doesn't have one Doge, even though he can afford Doge as a company. I mean, Tesla is worth way, 100 times Doge in terms of market cap. But he doesn't have one. He might not have one single Doge, nothing at all.
Now you actually have a point there that he may not, like you said, it's just on his own. So it's more like as if he's just playing around or fooling around. So he may not necessarily even have any interest in Doge. Maybe like, okay, you guys want the attention, let me give it to you. We are playing games. It is now the people that are now reacting somehow on the losing end. So basically, the next question I would ask is, we've seen how Bitcoin and crypto generally, how it is very, very volatile. And yes, we said that crypto is designed not to have government influence. Now, my question now is that would government have to, in a way, so it's more like an irony, in a way,
Yeah.
would government have to regulate cryptocurrency so as to bring some form of stability? Because we are saying that, okay, crypto is the future of currency. People will be making payments with digital currency, but the volatility is way too high. Would government have to step into? Yes, we know they cannot cancel it, they cannot put an end to it, but is it possible? Can they regulate it so as to bring some form of stability?
Okay, so I would answer that question in two prongs. Number one, how the government regulates currencies. Okay, number one, they could do a they could buy and sell that currency in international markets. Okay, like they do in dollars now. Number two, they could stamp down excessive people's interest, enthusiasm in the currency. Okay, and how do they do it? They just saddle it with too many regulations whereby you just can't be bothered anymore. Okay, and number three, they could make it very scarce. Okay, those are the three things they could do. But government haven't got access to Bitcoin. They've just got the same access as you, so that's defeated. Can you make it? Someone said Elon has Dodge.
Elon has Dodge.
Can they make it? Can they make it scarce? No, they cannot. Can they make it available to international market? It is available already internationally, but can they make regulations to make it extremely difficult? Yes, they can do that. But if they do that, then people we're not just going to buy it. It cannot be regulated. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. These three things will more likely fail. Why would it fail? Because Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are already extra-national or even international, and they have decentralized ledgers. So the ledger is not based in one place, okay? And they all spread across multiple countries. I mean, if I send you a crypto today, for example, it's going to go through cuts across different ledgers, different countries. It doesn't need a handshake protocol from each person. Each handshake is by default crossing across different blocks and nodes before it comes to you, just to keep it that simple. Okay, so it's going to be a very difficult task given the varying level of interest from people, the variety of interest from different people in cryptocurrency, and of course, it's going to just economically, it's just impossible. So they cannot do that. Technically, they cannot do it. Economically, they cannot do it. Even financially, it's impossible to do. It's like when I used to work, somebody asked me, who created internet? Sorry, they said, who owns the internet? And I remember, I'm in the UK. I had a lot of British friends. People start putting the founder of the internet, okay, the British founder. I'm like, actually, no, the internet's not owned by anybody. It's the same way crypto is not owned by anybody, and that's just what it is. So can they deregulate it or try to centralize it? They will try, but it's impossible because of the way it's been designed, and that's just the way it is. It's been very cleverly designed. In fact, even that Satoshi guy is probably a fake name.
It's
probably a fake name.
So since you say that it will be like almost impossible for government to regulate it, so what can now bring the stability?
What can
bring stability?
Well,
like
what can
so
make it stable?
To be more useful for digital payments.
Absolutely, I think that's a really great question. One thing is that you have to understand that the cryptocurrency, we're still in a very early stage. Okay, I don't know. Many people keep screaming bubble, bubble, bubble. And I think a lot of people are making the biggest mistakes. In fact, when it comes to conversation, some people are comparing crypto with the dot-com bubble. The dot-com bubble, during that dot-com, why did it fail? We had internet, but we did not know how to make money with it. I remember the first time my mom sent an email, 95, I think it was. And, the banker that helped her create the email even created a password, said, keep Yahooing, Yahoo. And I said, okay, but what's this thing going to do to you? People are still writing letters. And Yahoo as a company was there, but they were not making any money. They didn't even know how to make money with it. And when they start making money, what happened? A lot of people will tell you their stock portfolio is down right now because They all bought tech stocks, for example. This, all these things are changing the world. So now we all know how to make money. They're all growth stocks. They make money. In fact, the valuation is way through the roof as well. They haven't made money, but we're buying them excessively. Yes, so that's on the .com side. But when it comes to the crypto side, do we know how to make money with crypto? Yes, we do. Are we in the .com era? Are we in the bubble era? No, it's still very new. So how can it become stable? Well, maybe when it becomes saturated, now it's normal that, okay, there's no, remember, we're not printing, we're mining. Let's say we mine a greater percentage. Now we know that for you to give me, it's going to be you're going to struggle to mine more. We just need to exchange hands. At that point, it will become stable. But the minute they keep mining every day, sorry, you're going to be in trouble. And no, you cannot. Right, and that's why people are saying Bitcoin is going to go to $100,000. Even I've seen people say it's going to go to $300,000. And of course, I think it will get there. Why would it get there? How much have they mined? They still got lots to mine every day. So, and remember, I keep saying Bitcoin itself is stable. What is unstable is our rationale, our emotions, how we want this thing. Bitcoin is fixed. The dollar is not fixed. Bitcoin is fixed, and that's the difference. Does that make sense?
So it's the dollar that is actually reacting to the Bitcoin, not Bitcoin reacting to dollar.
Dollar is reacting. We, human nature, is reacting. All environmental macro indices are reacting. Bitcoin says, I'm not moving. I remain. It's the way we react, and we peg a value to it, and that's when it moves up or down.
Okay. So in a way, you've somehow answered the third question, because the third question was concerning Doge. Nice. This year alone, Doge has increased by over 11,000%. So the question I wanted to ask is that, with the way we obviously know that, yes, something cannot just go up forever.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to ask that, are we seeing a bubble anytime soon because of how crazy Doge has risen? Like, we saw what happened with GameStop and AMC, how they just, like, it was insane. So that never been seen before. So with the way Doge has crazily come up, people have been saying, remember that guy that I sent a message that he was saying Doge will get to $1,000. So there's so much, like, quote unquote madness concerning Dogecoin now. That's what I wanted to ask, that could we see a kind of, it may not necessarily be a total crash or bubble, but something that would, like, bring everybody back to that senses somehow?
Good. So I'm going to touch on, I'm going to touch on that guy that told you that tweet. This guy that said his Doge is going to get to $1,000. One thing I tell people is that you play silly games, you get silly results. We have so many clever people on the internet right now. My mentor used to tell me that only Twitter traders are the ones who don't lose. Okay, and this guy, I don't know how many followers he's got, but he's going to be the one that's going to be telling everybody, go and buy Doge, go and buy Doge, and people foolishly buy the same Doge, okay? And there's nothing wrong with buying Doge, okay? Oh, okay, I'm back. Yeah. So when it comes to that, people make that mistake of thinking something. Nothing ever goes up in a straight line. You know that, I know that, and will Doge is what, market cap wise? I don't know. It was number 4 at some point. Is it number 5 or number 6 now? Okay. Have we seen the bubble? And every article I read says yes. And how do we get to the maximum when it comes to a certain coin? Okay, number one, you have to understand the proof of value. Okay, and now the fact that the utilization is actually broadening. More more companies are accepting it. It's, they're accepting the utilization, so therefore that's actually bringing a stability to it. Think about when Tesla started. Then it was just going crazy. You get 2,000%. People think, no, do you know what? I'm still going to put all my money there, and it just goes another 1,000%. Okay, and that's the thing with Doge. Okay, now especially, what's happening now is people are bringing common sense into Doge, and that's just making it really, really hard for it not to become stable. But the other problem is the fact that Doge has got what? Unlimited circulation, which means you can make unlimited amount, and that's just going to make it useless, really. But if the big boys, the institutions, if they are serious about getting on board, I think Deutsche will probably get some stability, and unfortunately, white paper does not change, cannot be changed. But if you find some stability to it, I think it will become stable, and you'll probably just get to that point. Yes, it will become volatile, but it wouldn't be as volatile anymore. But are we in a bubble right now? I don't think so at all. I don't think so. Do I think it's going to keep going up? No, I think it's going to get a cap. But at the same time, I think Elon Musk probably just trying to prove a point. He probably think, I know I'm not going to be able to get it to Bitcoin level, but I will try. Just ego. Let people see the power I have. Let it get to second market cap after Bitcoin, before Ethereum, and then I might just stop playing, and then people realize, you know what? Yeah, I am powerful. It might just be trying to do that. But also you have to understand that the influence of the internet and the increase in gambling. People are now having greater trading volume. There's COVID out there. People are in the house doing nothing. There's cultural factor, which is all part of the whole environmental irrational exuberance, and that's pushing this advent of Doge. I mean, I've got people. Do you know what? I'm just going to throw $10 in there. $10 is a lot of money, regardless how you see it, because you work for it's a part of your life. Let me throw it in there. Who cares? What if he's going to do whatever he's going to do? I don't mind losing it. And if it goes to $100, yay, I become a Doge guy. So that's all part of what's fueling Doge, okay? But you have to understand that more people lost money from Doge than make money from Doge. Not many people realize that.
People are blaming Elon Musk for their losses.
There you go. But the ones who made money are the ones we're going to see on the news. But that's just life.
Yeah. So that's a very nice point concerning Doge. Now the next discussion would be concerning tying the blockchain technology with the stock market. So we know that crypto is 24/7. There's no pre-market, there's no after hours. But in stock market is kind of an unfair market, in the sense that the evil that happens, it happens either pre-market or after hours.
Yes.
So that's like the main evil that happens. So during the market, we are the ones that now survive everything. So now we've been seeing, hearing some information about tokenized stocks. Well, it's what Binance is doing, bringing Tesla tokens and Apple. So now the question is, how can the blockchain technology be infused in the stock market? Is it possible? And if so, how does it work? Would it be possible that we have a 24/7 stock market whereby there's no pre-market, there's no after hours, level playing field, everybody does what they want to do? Is it possible, and how does it go?
Yeah, so one thing is we need to get the difference between the coins and the tokens. Coins are just money, that's all they are. Tokens are more like projects built on top of a proper exchange. Excuse me. So now, yes, you're right. Before the market opens, we've seen something go 100%. The minute the market opens, it goes to 2%. You're like, oh no, it just dashes your hopes. And then again, you bought some stock with the hope of making money, and after hours it goes up, but then again before the market opens the next day, back down. So it feels like we're not on a level playing field. And and especially if you're trading in Nigeria, you're not very lucky. I've got access to after hours and pre-market here. Now, so we've got tokenized stocks, which means they're bringing the stock market into the crypto world. So we got token, we got a token created for Tesla, a token created for Microsoft, etc., which is going to happen in future. Okay, how possible? Yes, it's possible. But one thing you have to understand also is when you compare the stock market and the token, which is being created now, the one advantage is that we know that crypto market is always on 24/7. And it's going to bring that to the market. So it will be on 24 hours, 7 days a week. So that creates that plain level field again. Number two is the fact that we're going to have, we have this anyway. You could buy a fraction of the stock. You could buy Tesla, you could buy 1/10 of Tesla. But also you could choose to buy 1/10 of Bitcoin, 1/10 of Doge, if you like. That's one more thing. So that's going to retain fractional shares, yes, fractional token. That's going to retain the property. And also, the good thing, which is the biggest advantage, is accessibility. I mean, you in Nigeria right now, regardless of where the government is, you just have some unfair disadvantage against you. But now, and there's some worlds in the part of the world that markets cannot get to. But when it comes to crypto, it can penetrate the whole world, and then everybody will be able to do that. So that's one big advantage when it comes to the tokenized, stock market, and you can trade it like any other person any time of the day. Now you go tired. You want to trade every day, Abby? Now you can. So, but yeah, that's the advantage. So yes, so is it going to have any adverse effects on? It will not, until, because what you have to understand is that the stock market and the token, they can coexist. Some countries have not accepted the whole token yet, because I think, and why do they not accepted some of these things? Because they're looking at ways to make money around this when it comes to taxation. Until we figure it out, we're not going to welcome it yet. So we are driving well ahead when it comes to the Binance and the guys who are in charge, who are fronting this token. However, until these countries are able to find a way to get their money back, returns from the taxpayers, okay? In fact, I think just a few days ago, today I saw a letter from Coinbase talking about they've given my details to the tax government tax office. They want to get some of my tax. And that's something that you should expect, okay? So until the government is able to get that, some countries will not welcome it. But so they can coexist. But if the stock market can fully integrate if the crypto markets can fully integrate all the stocks in token form, then stock market will probably realize, you know what, we don't have a use for it anymore since we can trade it on crypto. Do we have to change? I don't think the stock market will change. We're probably just going to kill it off and just morph, and everything is just going to be morphed into a 24/7, and that's what I think it will be. So would that get rid of after hours and and pre-market? I think so. Yeah. Now the world is just, but we're still many years away from it, even though it seems like we're running.
That's very important, and like you said, so many evils happen during when market is closed. So it will really be important if it can be adopted so that everyone has a level playing field. So in case if anyone have any questions, so please you can type in your questions in the chat in the comment section so we can answer any of the questions. So now there was a discussion that happened a few weeks ago on the Telegram group concerning Bitcoin and gold as a store of value. So they say that Bitcoin is kind of the digital gold, and while they are very similar in terms of they have limited value, limited quantity and everything, there's a bit of difference between Bitcoin and gold. Now, one of the edge that gold has over Bitcoin is that gold is also used for jewelries and everything. You cannot wear Bitcoin on your neck. You cannot turn Bitcoin to chain and everything. So that is that. And also Bitcoin and gold in terms of like accessibility, like maybe example now, I want to send gold to you in UK now. I have to take it to the plane and everything. They have to transfer it to you. But if it is Bitcoin, I can just send a message and it's there. So what is the major difference, and can two of them coexist as a store of value? Because some are saying Bitcoin is better than gold. Some are saying Bitcoin is rubbish, gold is still the lasting thing. What is the major difference, and can two of them coexist as a store of value?
Good. So I teach this on my course when it comes to the stock markets, and there's some misassumptions that we all go through, that we all understand in the real world. And if anybody's listening at all, what is one use of gold? Can somebody tell me? One. Can you tell me what is one use of gold? Okay, gold has zero value. No, that's not a use. What's jewelry? I can wear paper on my neck, call it jewelry. Jewelry is what you want to call it. Gold has zero jewelry. There's wood that they carve from, they make it into jewelry, right? There's copper, fake jewelry, etc. So that's not a use. Gold has zero jewelry. Prove me wrong, anybody. Sorry, I said zero jewelry, zero use. Gold has zero use case. What is gold? It's just another piece of metal, okay? And it can be traded, and it should be traded like any other commodity. That's literally what gold is. It's just a metal, okay? If I take all the gold that's ever been dug, okay? If I take all the gold that's ever been dug, ever since I was born, okay? And I all the gold I had when I was, sorry, if my parents bought gold when I was born, if they take that gold and they sell it right now, it's probably going to fill my tank and just give me some change. It's going to fill my tank and give me some change based on inflation. Why? It's the same thing. Gold doesn't move at all. Gold is just there. It's just a piece of metal. It has zero use. It's just a piece of metal, which is just a commodity. Okay? But we use it as a store of value. That's gold. Now, if you want to compare gold versus Bitcoin, okay, gold is stable. We could say that. Fine. Bitcoin can easily be sold. Gold is, it's got that longevity since time immemorial. It's in the Bible, Quran, wherever you go. It's gold. We've been using it. Fine. How about Bitcoin? Bitcoin is an emerging technology. It's an emerging gold, emerging form of money. I don't know if I'm going to say that. Gold, again, is safe in your vault. You keep it there, it's just safe there. But Bitcoin, I'm going to say volatile for the argument of what we're talking about. Bitcoin itself is not volatile, but we can say it's volatile for the sake of arguments of what we're talking about. But these are the advantages of both of them. However, let's talk about the disadvantages. Can you use gold as a currency? No, you cannot. What else about gold? What's the best way to keep your gold? You don't have a choice. You have to store it. So in fact, if you have gold, you're losing money because you need security, believe it or not.
Sure.
Yeah. But when it comes to Bitcoin, of course, again, it's subjected to scam as well. And, but it's got all the uses. You could create other cryptocurrency as a result of your Bitcoin. You could use it as a store of value. You could use it as a hedge against inflation, etc. Okay, so these are the comparisons. Okay, somebody said use of a means of exchange. Is that gold you're talking about, or are you talking about Bitcoin? So gold's got zero use. Gold's got zero use case. Zero. Somebody could please argue with me. It's just one of the misconceptions we're taught as children. If you keep gold right now, 20 years later, it's going to be the same value. The only difference is the inflation, and people just demand for it. People just want gold. That's what drives the price up or down. Nothing changes. And that's the difference. So, will gold displace Bitcoin? Or sorry, will Bitcoin displace gold? No, it's not going to displace. They both have their place in the market. But it's just going to be an alternative means of storing value. However, I think it's going to be a better alternative means. Remember, Bitcoin is finite. Gold is infinite. You can just hear, oh, they found gold in Ondo State. Oh, okay then. It's infinite. We haven't dug the whole world yet, have we? But Bitcoin, we have a fixed number that can be done, or that can be mined.
Okay, so that's like the major difference in the sense that Bitcoin, we already know the maximum it can reach, but for gold now, we don't know like the quantity of gold in the reserve. We've not dug the whole world.
There's still a lot of reserves, and
like what someone was saying in the book the other time, that if they discover another gold reserve or something, the price would come down because there's now more.
There you go. Yes, we have a lot of gold in vaults, but what happens? There's more gold on the earth that's still not even discovered than, even though the textbooks always say, oh, we have approximately this percentage of gold. That's just textbook, that's just speculation. The earth is a big place. You haven't dug everything yet. Who knows under the Atlantic Ocean? Maybe there's gold there, store of gold, and the minute they find it, they're probably going to start digging again. And what happens? The values go up, It used to be cowrie shells. That's what in Africans. That's us Africans. That's what our money was. But the minute you go to the Atlantic Ocean, you become a millionaire. But just pick a few. But now, so you have to understand this thing. So no, I don't think it's going to displace it. But I think it's going to be a better store of wealth. Because remember, money is meant to be scarce. Money is supposed to be scarce. Some people tell me there's no money in Nigeria. They blame Buhari. No. Yes, money is supposed to be scarce. And the minute gold is scarce, or Bitcoin is scarce, or crypto is scarce, that thing is exhibiting the behavior of what money should be. But if gold is not scarce, I'm sorry, then it becomes useless. Oh, yes. There could be lab developed gold. Oh, there is actually lab developed gold, actually. Thanks a lot, Conley, for that. And in fact, I read something from this week, actually. I can't remember what country it was, but they said they stopped accepting diamond. They'll start using the laboratory developed diamond now, because people have been killed for this blood diamond. So what does that do then? So if you think you have a real diamond, you're gonna have to start convincing me, oh, this is the Koh-i-Noor diamond from Pakistan. Who cares? It's just another piece of rare metal, rare piece of something, and that's it. It's unlimited. Okay, it's not finite, unfortunately.
Okay, so someone is asking a question that what's the main source of knowledge for the use cases of each crypto coin?
The main source of knowledge. Okay. One thing is, of course, everybody should go to CoinMarketCap. If you want to learn about crypto, you should all have this website, coinmarketcap.com. It's just, that's like the homepage. It's like you want to search anything. I've seen people who have Google as their homepage. CoinMarketCap should be your homepage. You see the rankings, you see all coins, you see the white paper, you see circulation, you see loads of stuff there about the coin. Okay, it's there. That should be your homepage. But if you think you cannot be bothered, hey, I have a course. Come and take my course. 30,000 naira. It's cheap. It's a 2-day course, and you get 1 month mentoring. But to be honest, there's nothing I can do to you that you cannot do to yourself. What do I mean by that? You need to first seek for knowledge. And so coinmarketcap.com. The internet is your friend. Learn it, and you will learn a lot from there. Very, very straightforward.
Yeah, thank you very much. We'll be rounding up soon, but I still have some few questions to ask you. Now, we've seen, like I said earlier on in the discussion, that there's more to the blockchain technology than just crypto. Crypto is just like a part of the whole blockchain. Now we've been examples of how blockchain can be adopted in everyday life in terms of the arts, like entertainment. That's where we have the NFTs. We also have cases of legal issues, or even So we even have NEPA's taking lights. So we even have situations of the elections and job verifying good jobs or fake jobs. So what are the examples of blockchain in everyday life? How can it be adopted beyond just the cryptocurrency? What other use case of blockchain technology?
Blockchain is amazing as a tool, technically, as a piece of technology. It's just amazing. I've seen people call it the web 3.0. I've seen it a lot on web pages, and I've invested in quite a few things. You mentioned NFT, for example, non-fungible token. The CEO of Binance, for example, he said he has about 95% of his wealth in digitized formats. Personally, I have about 60% of my wealth in digital formats. Okay, why is that? Because there's so much land you can carry, you can invest in. Okay, but think about it now. People just draw and they call it piece of art. They put it on the wall. It's expensive to store. Now we have non-fungible token, which is an art in digital form. I'm seeing a lot more of that. The world is evolving. That's just number one. Blockchain technology could help you verify if it's fake, if it's original. You cannot forge it. I've invested in a few, should I call it blockchain companies as well, or cryptocurrencies, which are, one of them is actually education. It's about education, whereby I'm not even going to pretend like I've not seen people forge the certificates.
Sure.
You go for a job interview now, you could present, I went to Leeds University, Manchester University. You're going to present this certificate. It's going to look exactly like Leeds University. You really think, even Shell Nigeria, will they call Leeds? We just want to verify if this guy came from your university. No, they won't. They're just going to trust you. On the blockchain technology, that cannot be forged. As a result of that, what you say you have is what you have. Think about it. Musicians, royalty. There's just a few random examples. You could use in music industries. If TV Continental are playing my music, they're supposed to give me royalty, right? If they come to me, DJ Benga, DJ BK, we played your music 5 times last month, I'm going to have to trust it. And it's 1,000 naira per music. Yeah, they give me 5,000 naira. But with blockchain, I can track it. You say you played it 5 times, blockchain said it was 15, 25 times. Sorry, no debate, pay me, very simple. I talked about my mentor who sold his house in America. They did the paperwork, he got the money the same day. It was Bitcoin, he got paid the same day. Think about, I want to send stuff to Western Union. Oh, give it 2 days, give it 3 days. So that's another way to transfer money. So many ways you can do it. They're using the hospitals as well now in the health sector. It's just way, way beyond. We haven't even scratched the surface. And that's when internet started. People thought internet was just all about email. Now everything is on internet. Now we're moving off internet. We're moving onto blockchain. Think about when we're younger. I don't know if you saw this there's this picture floating about, 64 megabytes on the megabyte
Yeah, yeah.
thing. They were carrying it with a wheelbarrow. It's huge. But now, 64 MB is like, this is even too big. This is like 1 terabyte.
Even 24 gig can be as small as this.
Thank you. So the world is moving off of that block. So blockchain, using NFT, using education, using the health sector, using finance. Think about decentralized finance. Even though we're just looking at the money angle, we're using it so much. There was a musician, this woman. He just eradicates a lot of people. I can't remember her name. She released an album. She sold it herself on the blockchain technology alone. Nobody else was involved. $6 million she got, I think. Nobody else was involved. There was so she was able to tell you, this is the amount I sold. Nothing fake about it. It was verifiable. People were buying directly from her. These things are just the way. There was a time, 50 Cent, 2006 or thereabout, he sold his album and he accepted Bitcoin alone. He forgot about it. He checked it later. I think it was last year. He was like, oh, I just found $20 million. He forgot about it, that he had it there. So these are the things. So he has a lot of usage, that's beyond the crypto money that we're looking at.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We've really discussed a lot concerning the crypto, how government can influence or not influence it, and blockchain. So my final question is, now we've come to agree that crypto and blockchain is here to stay. There's nothing we can do. It is here and everything. But as an option for investment, like the way people are buying this coin, like trading, some are saying it's a digital skill, as a means of investment, is it really here to stay? Now, I'm not talking about the technology itself in use of everyday life, but as form of investment, will it last forever or just for a short while and everything fizzles out?
Okay, I'll give you a quick example. Number one, the long and short of it is that I think crypto is here to stay, in my opinion. Absolutely. I believe it's here to stay. A few examples. Goldman Sachs, what did they do? They said they now have, they said they in their words, we've passed a point of no return in terms of adoption as a store of value. Okay? As at the 14th of March, Bitcoin rose to what? $61,000. It went back down, etc. But there's a survey that they conducted, and 95 to 99% of their customers, they said they want Bitcoin now as an asset class. They want that option. Okay? This Wall Street bank, Goldman Sachs, they've created a branch, a department. And you know what? When these guys lead, other banks will follow. They've created a branch that's going to be trading 24/7. As an institution, institutions are pouring money in every day. It's here to stay. Tesla, they've introduced it. Okay, of course there will be the obvious bull and bear, but in my view, you have to understand that the technical feats, which is the infrastructure, we're not there yet. We're not there. But that is happening in the space. Think about it. Who would have thought my grandmother in the village would be using the internet right now? Who would have thought? No, usually things take a long while to penetrate, and it will take a while for this infrastructure to be in place. But in terms of institution pouring money in terms of people wanting the showing interest as an asset class, the world is getting more interesting. We get more knowledgeable day by day. Everybody wants a piece of that pie right now. So is it going anywhere to go? No. So there's some of the new platforms out there. You can probably have a unique piece of digital artwork in form of NFT. Some people say, even I don't even want Bitcoin. I just want the NFT. I'm going to store it as a form of value again. That's part of you storing your money in digital gold, in digital asset. Think about it. Money itself, we always say money is not real. Money is not real. Because we say stocks, they used to give certificate. Now, all you need to do is log in into your Bamboo, Passport, your Chaka Pro, and you see your money there, and you're happy. You own a part of Microsoft. They did not give you that Microsoft, but you just believe.
So definitely.
It's the same thing with the crypto now. You're just going to see that, oh, it's digital money, and it's all here to stay. You're just going to realize, I've got a different type of money in crypto, in coin. You've got a different type of money in stocks. It's an investment. Yet, but the world is opening up, the institutions, and the minute the institutions, the whales, they accept it, there you go. There's no turning back. There is absolutely no turning back. All we all have to do now is get yours. That's all I'm gonna say. Go get yours. Go get yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, BK. We've really had a nice discussion. So as we close, can you just give us a final word concerning cryptocurrency and blockchain? Just like a parting shot.
Absolutely. Thank you. So one thing I tell people is that for me personally, for example, I tell people, especially people in my group, I say crypto is not meant to be sold because number one, we're in the very early stages. If you really know me very well, yeah, I know I'm a trader, but I'm a very good holder. I hold. I know how to hold. I have my first stock I bought in 2005. I still have it. Okay, 2005, 16 years old. It's older than this stock is older than my daughter. Okay, that's no thing. So I tell people, invest in good coins and hold. Okay, it's no form of advice. It's up to you. But personally, I think you should. Okay, don't don't be the one that's going to be there. You know, I tell people that I want to be the one, the bride wearing the ring. I don't want people to see me. I don't want to be the one watching the bride wearing the ring. I want to be the bride wearing the ring. So I want to hold some form of cryptocurrency. That's number one. Number two, get some knowledge. Get some knowledge about how these things, understand how they work. Understand how they work. Number three, guys, don't go it alone. Join a group. It could be a paid group. If you cannot afford a paid group, please join a group. Sometimes you think it's noise, but in that noise, there's a lot. In that chaos, there's a lot of organization. There's a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of wealth being passed around. And number four, you don't only make money in crypto by just buying and selling or just. I'm gonna declare actually this, to you. I held my coin. I'm not going to mention the coin, just so people don't go FOMO into something wrong. But I held my coin last month, and I did not do anything. And it gave me $20,000 just by holding it. Number five, you could even store your coin as a savings account. I get about $120 every day. I do nothing, not doing anything, and I'm telling you the truth. My coin gives me it's a savings account every day without doing anything. Without doing anything, guys. Okay? So that's the thing. People just think you buy and you sell, you buy and sell. No. Sometimes you just turn into a savings account and sleep and wake up. As I'm talking to you, my $120 today is loading, is doing press up. And that's the way it's been happening. So there's so many ways. Just get knowledge. And how do I didn't know some of these things before. I get more and more insightful. People in my group are telling me more things. I'm telling them we're bouncing off ideas. So don't feel like the money you're going to pay to join a group, if it's a paid group, is nothing compared to what you're going to learn and how much you're going to turn your financial life around, guys. Very, very important. Please do it. And thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much, BK. And that would be the end of today's webinar. It's only 1 hour spent. So thank you for joining in, and thank you everyone for joining in. So in case if you have any further questions, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to BK, and we'll answer any of your questions. So thank you very much, BK.
Thank you. Thanks, Nathaniel. Thank you. Bye-bye.